Hi, I'm Sandy, and welcome to Life with Sandy. Well, hello. Today is Monday, November 1st. Excuse me, the very first day of November. Oh my goodness. But we have birthdays today. I had a friend, real quick before we get into the birthdays. I had a friend, his birthday was on October 1st. And he said he always hated having the birthday on the very first day of the month because people didn't remember his birthday until like the second or third and go, oh, that's right, it's a new month. We forgot so-and-so's birthday. Him and Cindy, Jimmy's first wife, she was born December 1st. So those are the only two birthdays I had to remember for the first day of the month. Unfortunately, Ron has passed, so I only have to worry about Cindy's on December 1st. But anyway, today is Kristen, and the name of her channel is at Toots 1164. So today is Kristen's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kristen. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's also Martha Porter's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Martha. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Nancy over at Pumpkin Girl 1950. We're the same age now, Nancy. Because I'm assuming, which I think you did tell me before, you were born in 1950. That's how you came up with the 1950. But it's Nancy's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nancy. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. And I saved this one for last. Oh, you guys, you're just killing me. It's Kristen. S-A-L-A-M-A-S. I'm going to start again. S-A-L-A-M-A-N-D-Y-K. Salamantic. Salmantic, Dyke, Sister Mary Anthony, she's telling me, pronounce it, sound it out. Salamadike. Is that it? Salamadike? Kristen, it's your birthday. Okay, sorry about that. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kristen. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope all four of you have a great birthday. And I'm just kind of wondering if Kristen at Toots 1164 is the same as Kristen Salamandike. Are you the same Kristen, or are you two different Kristens? Anyway, I hope you all have a great birthday. Last night, Jim decided to sleep on the recliner. He said he has a hard time getting in and out of the bed. And he said he slept pretty good in the recliner last night. So he's getting to use his chair. He's very happy about that. He says he's very comfortable with that. And he's doing really well. We went today. Oh, that's a whole story in itself. We went today for his follow-up surgical appointment. They had told us on Sunday that we had to make an appointment for Tuesday. And so when I called yesterday morning to make the appointment, she says, really? You know, that seems odd. That seems awful soon. And I said, well, I'm just going by what the nurse said, and it's actually in the discharge information. So she said, well, I'm going to have to fit you in. And I said, okay. So she fit us in for 1:30. And Jim was like going in my clown car. So Denise brought her car over, and then he was able to get in. He liked Denise's car. He said, you ought to buy a car just like this. He really liked it. He said, you know, your next car, we're going to get you a car like this. I said, I don't think I'm getting another car. I like my car. I don't want to have a car payment. It's only got 79,000 miles on it. I'm 72. I think I got at least another 8 or 9 years with this car. And by then, I'm not going to want another car. I don't like driving as it is. So I'm comfortable with my car. I'm very comfortable with my car, and I don't have a problem. I don't really, you know, like there was a point in my life that I always wanted a new car. No, oh, not so much anymore. It's a car. It gets me to point A to point B. That's all I really care about right now. And I like my car. So not as much as my favorite car, which was my 96 Jimmy. Oh, I love that car. But I had to get rid of it because it had needed too many repairs. But anyway, so she fit us in for today. So we left, and it only took us 25 minutes to get to the place. And so we pulled up almost right to the front door. It was like, it told us where it was at and what street it was at and the address. And it had a big sign that told us the name of the medical practice that he belongs to, which was on the card. And so we pulled in and we parked. And then Jim says, no, pull up a little bit. And I go, why? And he says, there's no time left on this meter, but I think on the next meter there's time. So we pulled up into the next spot. And there was an hour left on the meter. So I thought, oh, this is going to be good. This is like our lucky day. So we went to go in the building. The building's all for lease. It wasn't the right building. It wasn't even the same address. It was odd because it was supposed to be, if you're familiar with the area, it was supposed to be on Kercheval, which is like a north to south street. And that's where it said that where we were going. And, but no, it was locked up. So then we thought, well, no, it's got to be over there. So we start crossing, we got, watching the numbers as we're going, and we crossed the street. And no, that wasn't it either. And then we just kind of happened to look, and the side street that was going north to south had the address where we wanted to go. So that's where we wanted to go, but it didn't have the sign up. Come to find out when we got in there that the other building where all the doctors were, they lost their lease, and so they went around to this side. And I don't understand. It wasn't even on Kercheval, but the business card said Kercheval. Neither here nor there. So then we get in there, and Jim jinxed us right from the get-go because he says, oh my gosh, look at all these people. We're never going to get out of here. We were in there quite a while. We were in there about half an hour before they called us. And the thing that they're doing now that annoys me is I understand it, and I did do it, but it's like we have my Beaumont chart where you check in before you go and you answer all the questions to save. They say to save paperwork. No, it's to save them time because they don't have enough people working. So, but I had already done it. But everybody that went up there before them, they were giving them the old spiel. Well, you got to go on my Beaumont chart. You got to do the pre-visit, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you're supposed to even get there 15 minutes earlier than your actual appointment because Jim's appointment was at 1:30. They told us to be there at 1:15. Knowing full well that we weren't. So actually, we were there 45 minutes. And I'm thinking about it because they didn't actually take us until almost 2 o'clock. Yeah, it was a long time coming, let me tell you. But anyway, so we saw his doctor, and he says, well, I was surprised that you came in today. I can't take your staples out for another week. And I said, well, they told me that we were supposed to come. Well, then he kind of covered it up real quick. He said, oh, no, I do like to see my patients afterwards and blah, blah, No, we didn't really need to see him. So anyway, when we were leaving, we found out that there was a place where we could park where they validate the parking so we wouldn't have to pay for the parking thing. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I think we were going to get a ticket. And so Jim says, well, it's not going to be on us. It'll be on Denise because we have Denise's car. And I go, no, we're still going to pay the ticket if we get a ticket. And just as we got to the car, it clicked onto expired. There was no meter maids around anywhere. So we kind of lucked out in that. So, we got in the car to start driving home. And it just made me so envious because in Grosse Pointe, where his doctor is all they do is they rake the leaves to the curb, and then there's a truck, which I think a couple of you had told me in the comments that a truck just comes down and sucks up all the leaves. Oh, that would be so much nicer than having to shove them into bags and, garbage cans and things like that. Because all these piles of leaves were everywhere. So we left, and we get on the expressway, and it took us 25 minutes to get there. It took us 2 hours and 40 minutes to get home. 2 hours and 40 minutes. There was a really bad accident on the expressway. We were coming across this one little turn, and I told Jim, I says, oh, it always backs up here. And then it stopped. It completely stopped. And it wasn't moving. And then I thought, oh. So then we're like inching along. And so I said, well, we should probably get off at the next exit. And just then, Denise's low fuel lights clicks on. I'm thinking, she doesn't have enough gas for me to get home. I'm going to be stuck in the middle of this traffic jam, and then they're going to all be pissed because now they're going to have to go around a stalled out car. So I started trying to make my way over to the slow lane. So at least if it started to sputter out, I could like work my way to the side of the road out of the way. And we were going to get off at the one exit, and Jim says, no, I think we can go to the next one. So we get to the next one, and it stopped again. We were completely stopped. So I thought, oh, I'm going to go on Waze to see what's going on, to find out how long it's going to take to get home. From the point we were at that point, should have taken us about 20 minutes to get home. At that point. According to Waze, it was going to be an hour and 48 minutes. And then it lit up all the little accidents. Because, you know, like then there's like the looky-loos and stuff like that, stop and all of that. So we were sitting there for the longest time, and at first I thought, oh, I gotta get this, I'll be right back. So anyway, we were getting up close to this one thing, and I said to Jim, no, that was before I looked at Waze. I take that back. It was before I looked at Waze. I said, is the president supposed to be coming here to campaign? And he says, I don't think so, because when the president lands, he lands at Selfridge Air Force Base, which is bias rather. And what they do is they stop the traffic in both directions on the expressway, so that the motorcade can get through. Because I've got caught in that a couple times. I got caught in that one time with Obama, and I got caught in that one time with Bush. And then one other time. I think it was with Bush twice. No, Clinton. Clinton in the night. No, it wasn't Clinton. No, it was Bush both times. Because it would have been when he would have been president. Bush and Obama. Yeah. Never got stopped with Trump. Trump never... If he did come, he didn't come when I was driving on the expressway. But they completely closed it down. So I thought, oh, we're going to be closed down because of that. And then I looked on Waze and saw that it was an accident. So finally, we got up to the one road, and we were sitting there forever and ever. And I kind of like looking, and I'm looking, and Jim says, what are you looking at? I says, nobody's getting on this ramp. It was an on-ramp. Breaking the law, breaking the law. I looked to make sure, because it was a wide enough ramp. A very seldom used ramp. And so then I turned my car around, did like, and I went off the on-ramp. I know, don't give me a license. Don't give me a license to kill. Because I mean, and really, nobody came, thankfully, as I was coming off. But I started a trend because as I looked in my rearview mirror, there were a lot of people behind me doing the exact same thing. And then when I got up to the top to make my right-hand turn to continue on to come home, there was cars ready to get on the expressway, and then when they could see people getting off of the expressway on the on-ramp, they caught the clue, don't get on the expressway. So then we had to take all side streets to get home, and the lights were timed wrong. And I thought, I'm never going to get home. I'm never going to get home. Now, you know my comfortable window is a half an hour, so 2 hours and some minutes. Two and a half hours it was. Was it 2.5 hours? I'm trying to think. No, I take that back. It was an hour and a half. Even still, it was bad. I think it was an hour and 40 minutes. Not 2 hours and 40 minutes, an hour and 40 minutes. It was 2 hours and 40 minutes from when his appointment was. That was it. But it was an hour and 40 minutes total getting home. So our 25-minute drive turned into a 2-hour, basically, drive to get home. I was never so glad to get home. I really was. Jim doesn't like my driving, doesn't like my car, he doesn't like my chair, but he loves me. That's all that really matters, I guess. My uncle told me I am an aggressive, no, not aggressive. What's the word? How did he put that? An offensive defensive driver. That's how he put it. He says, you drive very offensively, but then you turn and you drive very defensively. So I don't know which one I like better. I just want to get to where I'm going. That's all. I just want to get to where I'm going. So I'm glad that we're home now. But it's a new month, so I'm getting back on track. Jim lost his stay, which I really thought he would have lost more. I really would have. But, I mean, it's a good loss. He lost 13 pounds in 2 weeks from not eating, obviously. But we both done really well yesterday. We've done really well today. Even with all the stress, when I got home, I had a green apple and some water. For breakfast, I had some oatmeal. And just before we left, I had a hard-boiled egg and a couple strawberries and a banana and a cup of tea. So, and then for dinner, we're going to have chicken and mashed potatoes. So, but other than that, our life is taking a new direction with Jim's troubles. So it's going in a good direction now. So we're going to be very thankful that he's, you know, back on the road to recovery. Got a good report from the doctors. We don't have to go back till next week to get his staples out. He did change his prognosis of when Jim could drive. He told him that he would rather he waited 3 or 4 weeks rather than the 2 weeks that he told him. We'll see how that goes over with Jim, but we'll see. But another month, another new beginning. I told you yesterday I'm finishing the month strong, and I'm going to finish the year strong, and I'm going to get back on track because I felt so much better. I slept so much better last night. I know a lot of it was I was worried about Jim, so I wasn't really sleeping well because of that, but a good majority of it was because I wasn't eating properly. So, but that's it for now, I guess. So we'll see. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit the like button, and share if you think somebody might like to see it. Stay safe, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.